Hello and welcome to another match in the 2022 Dominion World Cup. This time I am not actually playing, I am commentating this match between russ2, my teammate on the USA B team, and Lemonspawn, who is on the USA A team. This is the third place match, so it's national bragging rights on the line. And for some reason, possession is in this kingdom. That's exciting. So, I see that we have two players who are trying who actually enjoy playing with possession or are trying to free ride on others' ban lists. Well, so I assume. Oh, actually, Russ opens with a gear. That's interesting. I was going to say I assume we'll be wanting to get a remake and a peasant, but I guess Russ doesn't actually want to do that. I suppose with possession on the board, it's not totally obvious, like whether you want to get thin or not. It's also King's Court, so that's... Oh man, if you can King's Court possession, that's gonna be just absolutely bonkers. If your opponent's deck is any good. Maybe even if it's not, I don't know. I guess you can buy Wedding and get like VP chips and have them take the debt. Like, it's not donate level obnoxious, but it's something that you can do on a possession turn, like even if your opponent's deck is not otherwise particularly strong. Spec chat appears to be on. I don't think there's any way I can do anything about that. I think only the players can, or maybe just the table host. On ladder, you can both the host and, or like, you don't need to be the host to turn it off, but all right. So yeah, Russ does not open with the peasant. Goes gear remake. Lemonspawn does go peasant remake. Interesting. So I guess we'll see whether Russ is planning to skip remake or is going to pick one up this shuffle. Or later even, I suppose. Looks like they're getting the remake here. Possibly. Nope, Delve Peasant. Oh wait, sorry, it wasn't the remake that they skipped, it was the peasant. Sorry, I got confused there. That makes sense. The Delve Peasant, then. You probably don't want 3 gears here. There's just a lot of terminals. Apparently Russ does want 3 gears. That seems very... I mean, I assume some of those gears are getting remade ultimately into throne rooms or minstrels. Maybe not, though. Maybe you can set aside enough stuff that it doesn't really matter too much. What did Lemonspawn have in hand there? 3 coins, and he chose not to buy anything. Huh. Okay. Surprising. Russ does not set aside remake, presumably knowing that peasant was coming up in this hand, wanting to be able to start getting that up the line. So Russ already hits King's Court thanks to gearing a couple of silvers the turn before. King's Court hitting gear, probably not the ideal case, but still quite strong to get that at the top of the shuffle. I think I would go ahead and set aside here. There's not really much cost to doing it because you're not going to see, you wouldn't see the King's Court next turn anyway. Yeah, I don't actually know why. Well, I guess if you only set aside once. No, that's not true. Huh. I don't know why Russ didn't set aside more cards there, but I suppose it. I think. Could Russ have bought another King's Court this turn with more cards set aside? I think maybe. I'd have to dig through the log too much to try to figure it out, though. Okay, so Russ gets to set aside a King's Court here. That's very nice. This should be a really good turn for Russ. Meanwhile, Lemonspawn having to decide what to set aside before playing Fugitive and Remake. I guess it depends if he wants to try to buy anything here or not. Yeah, it doesn't set aside anything. I think that does make sense. Now, what do you play here? Like you could throw in the gear, set aside 4 cards. First, you got to discard to Fugitive, but that doesn't. If you throw in the gear, it doesn't matter what you discard. You get access to all 4 cards anyway. I think that's what I would do. Discard the estate, whatever. Throw in the gear, set some stuff aside, and grab. I don't actually know how much copper or silver Lemon has down there. Well, I know Russ has the other 2 silvers, so Lemon doesn't have any more silver down there. So yeah, I was going to say, I'm pretty sure Lemon can't afford a King's Court here. Potion. Oh, okay. Right, Possession. I'd almost forgotten. Had forgotten. So, I think... Oh, did Russ already picked up a potion? When did that happen? Oh, bought one last turn. I missed that. Okay. So Russ is definitely going to get a possession here. Could do some gain and play stuff with the remake, or it could just thin out coppers. Yeah, thinning the coppers is probably better, although with the possessions coming online, like, who actually knows? Remake becomes a very exciting card when you don't actually have to remove the cards from your deck in order to gain cards off of it, which is going to be the case when people play Possession. So that's something to look out for. Okay, so that peasant was Russ's only plus buy. He does have kind of a lot of money in the deck. I guess not that much, but And maybe the goal is just to buy another possession or another King's Court this turn. I think oh, there's some interesting stuff in the chat about like nasty stuff you can do with possession. Exchanging disciples into teachers, like when they already have a teacher. And duration in King's Courts, yeah. And I agree also with Minion Pawn. Like Russ, if possession wasn't on this board, I would say Russ was clearly ahead, but with possession, it gets a lot harder to say because sometimes having the good deck is bad. I mean, being able to King's Court possessions, I think, is probably more important than like not having too good of a deck, but I don't know possession well enough to say that with confidence. Meanwhile, Lemon has the choice of discipling Minstrel, or I mean, I guess you could disciple Remake. I don't know really why you would, or playing Remake and then discipling the Minstrel. Okay, no, it decides not to disciple the Minstrel. Maybe just planning to set the disciple aside. I don't know. I wouldn't really want to disciple Gear. I don't think. This seems probably underplayed. Admittedly, the remake, you would need... Well, you could gain a silver off the estate and trash a copper at the very least, and then you'd be able... Like, playing this in the other order, Lemon would have been able to... Wait, also didn't choose to set aside, like, remake estate? Or disciple or something? That's weird. But what I was going to say is, if Lemon had played that in the other order, he would have gotten to play his remake and still been able to afford possession, I think. By, like, trash estate into silver and trash copper, you gain a coin, and then you play the Minstrel and the Gear to draw that stuff up. Okay, so presumably Russ is going to take another possession here, although another King's Court... can't take another King's Court. No, yes, he can. Another King's Court would also be reasonable. Maybe better, even. Because what you really want to do is King's Court the possession. Yeah, I think I would actually prefer to take King's Court. Alright, if you're going to take possession, I think it might make more sense to... Or it might make sense to delve, but maybe not. I don't understand the set-asides here. That's helping Lemon. Oh, that might be why Lemon didn't set aside last turn. I forgot about that. Like, if you're worried that your opponent is going to have a better turn because of the Gear set-asides. Oh, wait. Another possession. Oh, I missed Throne possession. Okay. I missed that. Let's explain it. Oh, remake the possession. Remake the... No, wait, that doesn't work. Never mind. It'd be funny, though. But you do want to remake probably Potion Silver into, like... I don't... Yeah, remaking the possession doesn't do anything. I was thinking it would, but it doesn't actually. So I would undo that. Why do you want a duchy? just to have bad cards in your deck? I'm confused. I think I would have rather bought Wedding to provide some debt. And I'm still confused about the possession trash. Oh, okay. Lemonspawn resigns. That was a really hard game to commentate. Frickin' possession, man. But Russ does win, so it is. I guess since I've listed USA A first, I'll put that down as 0-1. Okay, this should be a little bit more straightforward. Or a lot more. No draw. So it's going to be hard to do a horn megaturn thing. Maybe impossible. Supplies is kind of draw. Yeah, but not in the way that matters. How is this World Cup if they're both from the US? Well, there are 2 United States teams because there were enough players for multiple teams. Yeah, I mean, it's in theory, if you have like 10 supplies and you draw your cards in the right order, you might be able to do a horn megaturn if you just like don't draw the actual supplies much. But I mean, realistically, you will, and I don't think it's gonna. I don't think it's gonna work. I mean, maybe, but it's also gonna be like all the uniques are stop cards, or all the other uniques are stop cards, I should say. So like it doesn't seem. Yeah, I mean, you could save one. Oh, save horses in the deck. Yeah, maybe. I was gonna say you can only save one horse if you're talking about the event, but yes, you could try to avoid playing them. I think it's more likely that it's just not really gonna work. I mean, I do think you want like as many supplies as possible because you know it's essentially not a stop card and gives you money, and that's better than most of the other stuff on the board. But I don't think that it's gonna be enough draw to like really do anything super powerful. Getting a goat herd is interesting. I'm not sure. What are we expecting? I mean, you've already got Chapel. Yeah, I mean, I guess if you get the goat herd early enough to react to your opponents using Chapel, like Lemon's going to do here, although it's like Lemon doesn't even have enough stuff to draw, but and for Russ, I don't think it's going to come up at all. Like Lemon is not going to play like a big Chapel trash again at any point in this game. I think iron works for supplies. Yeah, makes sense. I'm also assuming that Lemon is trying to set up getting the Haunted Mirror. I mean the ghost from the Haunted Mirror. Russ gets it here. Has to take Cemetery to do it. This is a pretty unfortunate hand for Russ. Next turn should be good though. Although if Ghost hits Goat Herd, that could be pretty sad. Unless, yeah, I guess Lemon is probably just going to take a Ghost here. So Goat Herd would at least be like a lab. No, wait, I'm off by a turn. Never mind. No, if Ghost hits Russ's Goat Herd, it's just going to be sad. Okay, but it hit Ironworks. Which seems fine. You can just gain some more supplies. I do think this is too many Ironworks, but... Goat Herd can trash them, I guess. So in Lemon's case, Ghost is definitely going to hit a horse, which is pretty nice. I guess a turn in which you have a ghosted horse also makes it a little bit more plausible to do like a horn thing. Yeah, I wouldn't pick up Cemetery there. I would just trash Chapel later with Goat Herd. Or the other way around. Either way, one of them is going to be a dead card in your deck, but the Goat Herd is the better one because your opponent might trash a card at some point, and then you can draw with the Goat Herd. Whoa. What? I don't think I understand what Russ was doing there. The good news, I guess, is that for Russ is that the enabling Lemon's Goat Herd doesn't really matter. I mean, it matters a little bit. Lemon can gain and play a card from Ironworks without playing a horse, but yeah, that was wrong order. With Ironworks first. Keeping a copper for Horn of Plenty. That's a question that I assume Lemon is asking himself right now. Nope. Probably correct. Don't we want to trash the chapel? We're just trying to get max uniques into play. But do we need this many uniques? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I mean, you've got Lemon has 8 uniques in play, but taking a province off the horn now seems a little odd. So like that seemed, I guess maybe the idea is that you're gonna keep the chapel anyway for the same purpose, but like, wouldn't you rather have, I don't know, a silver if you're gonna do that? Like, just go ahead and trash the chapel now and gain a silver off of Ironworks at some point. I do agree that this game, with Minion Pawn, that this game seems pretty over. I think it is the sort of game where it would be possible to like fail to execute on one's advantage, though. The greening phase is not going to be trivial. The horse's rat thing, just to get it in play, is cute, but will only work, well, in conjunction with the chapel on ghost turns. However, if you got rid of the chapel and replaced it with a silver, then it would work on any turn, so... I continue to be confused about not trashing this chapel. I mean, you could have just kept the copper, too. That would have been better than chapel. Playing a horse just to draw supplies? Why not play the ironworks first? I guess there's no action card you really want to gain, is the reason. Uh-oh. Big undo coming. But you would still want ironworks for... Oh. Very unique. I still think that keeping this chapel around rather than ironworks for silver is weird. Well, I guess we're gonna see whether Lemon can pull off. I mean, I guess if you get like 6 or so provinces off the horn, it doesn't really matter. You can't do like quote unquote full horn megaturn. I don't know that you can like draw that many horns here, but Lemon has been drawing, but obviously more horns, more stop cards. So Russ just taking a province straight up, that doesn't seem like a real comeback mechanism here. Six horns. But yeah, you don't have the draw to get the uniques in play that you need. You could discard 2 supplies, and then you don't miss out on those. You still have those uniques, but 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 uniques. Like you needed to see what ironworks. Did Lemon save a horse last turn? No. That looks like a mistake to me. I mean, I don't know how much it really matters, but I think saving a horse like is necessary to make this all work. What does Lemon buy now for gain? Like, everything is a stop card. Doesn't really seem... I mean, you could just go for like a... They're in? Just another hand size reducer. I don't know. Idle? That's another unique. Would definitely save one of these horns. Yeah, I was gonna say you could go for a duchy pile out. Like you could go ahead and just pile the horns, knowing that if you only need to hit 5 uniques in play, that's not as difficult. And then just get a whole bunch of duchies over like 2 or 3 turns. I don't know if that's any good. Just an awkward deck to play. I think, yeah, if you gain nothing and wait a turn, you're actually going to have to wait 2 turns because you really need to hit the ghost again. Both because it's a unique in play and because you need the draw. The ghost in deck is negative draw versus like +2 cards. So, I mean, Lemon probably can afford to wait 2 turns, but it certainly feels awkward. Did not choose to save a horn for whatever reason. I don't understand that. So, meanwhile, Russ is presumably just going to buy another province. Does. Things could get dicey for Lemon if he doesn't find his supplies and like doesn't get the horses down, which is possible. And is another reason I don't understand why Lemon didn't save a horn. Yeah, so here we go. Lemon only finds 3 out of 5 supplies. All right, you play Idle first. Probably should have played Idle before any of that stuff, but just in case you got Wind's Gift. I mean, probably it wouldn't matter. You'd just discard horns anyway, but... Now they're in. These ins seem bad. Like, because you don't... Sifting isn't really what you want as Lemon, exactly. Like... This time does set aside a horn. I still think that Lemon should win this game, but as I was saying earlier, like it does seem like the kind of game where you could easily fail to execute on your advantage, and so far I feel like that's what's happened. And if you're going to go for a mass horn thing, I am now thinking, you know, hey, supplies are empty anyway. Go for a duchy pile out rather than provinces. But Lemon hasn't really set himself up to do that because the horns are still at 4. That's kind of a lot of horns to get through. While Russ is buying provinces. I don't think I understand playing the inn before the horse here. Russ should maybe go for some Ducat with Ironworks. Yeah, it's not totally clear to me whether Russ would, like, how likely Russ would be to be able to take advantage of the +Y. Like, he has hit a little bit more than 8 money a couple times, but he's also adding provinces to the deck. Storing up coffers, if you can manage it, would also help, of course. But like if you add province and silver to your deck in a turn, you're averaging your money is trending towards an average of 1 coin per card, which is not enough to buy province unless you have enough horses top decked. So I don't know. I think maybe the silvers are correct. This should just win. Interesting. His lemon got into 8 uniques. I wasn't counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, yep, he did. He did manage it in the end. So I think I don't know. So yeah, Lemon did get to the horn megaturn essentially there. Took 4 provinces, I guess. I think he had 5. Played 5 horns that turn, but there were 4 provinces left to take. Validation for the supplies horn thing. It was a very close call. So Lemon has the option of opening Fisherman Priest 3/4, looking like the better open here. Priest Fool's Gold, huh? Not what I would have expected. I mean, I guess with Bandit Fort, you do prefer not to be taking silver and gold, but there's also money from like Fisherman Paddock, potentially Storeroom. I don't know if you actually need Fool's Gold. Yeah, I don't think I like the Fool's Gold. Priest Market Square. The Market Square probably wouldn't do anything because I don't think you'd actually want to take the gold with the Priest, but maybe you would. The gold would help you hit 5 for Paddocks. Of course, the odds of them colliding are also not great. It might be Priest Silver might just have been better. Is there some reason to trash upper over estate? I guess Ironmonger cycles more if you see estate. That would be the reason. Like if you, although Lemon is the one that has the market square, so I don't think I like it. This would be 5 if Lemon had trashed estate. Maybe Lemon would have preferred Ironmonger anyway, but all right. Well, surely now you trash estate by well, actually, miscounted. I was thinking that was 4 coins, but it's 6, so it could be Ironmonger, it could be Paddock. Ironmonger. This is an awkward amount of money. I wonder if Russ is... Oh, double market square makes some sense. As I say, it's going to take another Fool's Gold, but I don't like the first Fool's Gold, but once you have one, the second one looks okay. trash the copper again. Trashing the fool's gold could definitely be the thing to do. This is surely Paddock Ironmonger, yeah. Interesting how difficult it has been for anyone to get cheap fishermen. I guess once you're playing Paddocks, you just don't have the opportunity. Double Paddock over Ironmonger. Interesting. Russ, on the one hand, Russ is already a little over-terminaled with the Paddocks, but on the other hand, they're about to turn on, so... Gross. Okay, so do you go Priest here or double Paddock? Goes Priest. Are you gonna take another Fool's Gold? Nope. if that is surely an acknowledgement that the first one was not great. Now we are really off to the races with Paddocks empty. I think you just double play Paddock and then play Market Square to top deck the horses and let yourself get a fisherman if you want. Although actually Lemon's got enough coins and few enough buys that it's not really that valuable to take a fisherman. Russ is the one with 3 Market Squares. Lemon should definitely take another plus buy card here. The question is, do you take Province or do you keep building? Lemon isn't going to be capable of hitting double Province next turn this way unless he's willing to take a gold from a Market Square, which would be reasonable. A double Market Square instead. I actually wonder if... Oh, wow. That was an unlikely draw, I'd say, for Russ. All right, so now the question is, are you taking any golds here? Yeah, Fool's Gold being annoying. I think, well, if you were, you wouldn't want to play all those Paddocks up front, I think. Yeah, see, I don't like this order from Lemon. What you wanted to do was play Priest first, play... Well, I guess doesn't Lemon have 3 Market Squares? Oh, one of them's in there. Right. So Lemon had 2 Market Squares in hand. You play Priest, I guess the problem is then you can't top deck horses. I guess it's just awkward no matter what you do. But I think this was... I don't like the play in any case. Like, I don't like getting the gold if you're not going to use it this turn, and I don't like trying to draw it here. 1 Paddock first, then Market Square, then trash would be okay. Yeah, I guess. Wait, no, that doesn't get you the gold immediately either. And like I said, I don't think taking the gold... Like, I think it makes more sense to not take the gold until you're going to draw it and play it that turn. You would... That turn, Lemon would have had to choose between top decking horses and gaining and playing a gold. So I guess you just have to decide which is more valuable. What did Lemon end up buying? Ironmonger, Priest, Market Square. Okay. There is a potential like Priest Megaturn thing that you could do. The problem being that piles are almost empty. But like with Priests and Market Squares to like regain, to like gain golds back to like feed more stuff to the Priests, you could like play a bunch of Priests. I mean, I don't know if you have the draw for it, but Fish, Fool's Gold, double. Market Square, double. Definitely double Province. Not totally clear to me whether getting another Market Square... I mean, getting another Market Square allows you to threaten a pile out. Which is probably... Or that I didn't realize that Russ had won the paddock so handily, 7-3. Yeah, probably overall being able to threaten the pile out is more valuable than adding a little bit more payload. Especially because as Russ, you might have enough draw to do like Priest, trash, Market Square, gain gold, gain and play stuff anyway. Like if you just want to be able to like triple Province or something. I guess Russ is still going to be... Would still be a coin short though, because they had 20 coins this last turn, so would have still needed the Fisherman to be able to hit triple. Unless he has enough draw to gain 2 golds, which is possible. In any case, I mean, it looks like... Russ is just going to be able to go for the pile out regardless, so being able to hit triple Province probably doesn't matter. Trashing the gold is actually worth more coins than not for Lemon, though trashing the horse worth more still. Get more priests. I guess you might as well. I mean, if Russ is not going to dud, so it's not going to matter what you do as Lemon, I think. But I mean, if you imagine the world in which somehow Russ can't end the game, then sure, more priests would help. Or not. Is playing all these paddocks now actually good? Maybe it doesn't matter. It probably doesn't matter, but like you have a copper down there that you'd rather see than like all those horses, right? Yeah, it didn't matter, but like to think these things through. So Russ, it's a 2-1 lead. And we have preserved first player advantage through this match. Hello, Bridge. Yeah, and Seer and Mining Village. That is the thing. Interestingly, is the 2-5 that sad? Like you, I mean, you'd rather trash an estate, obviously, but like, do you actually? How badly do you want to open with a 5? I guess is the question. You can just open Bridge. I'm not actually convinced that Pixie is a better open here than Fisherman. Maybe it is. I mean, if you hit Earth's Gift, it's definitely better. There's a lot of times where you play the Pixie and it doesn't do anything. Yeah, Pixie upside is better for sure. That's indisputable. Why is a silver? I don't think I want silver on this board. Pretty much ever. I could see taking the Mountains Gift. Maybe. Probably not, though. I think this should be another bridge for Lemon. Another mining village. That's reasonable. Only got one terminal in the deck. I don't know. Yeah, I think bridge. There is an argument for trashing Copper over Estate here because of Seer. Okay, this should definitely be a bridge, yeah. Did Russ not have 5 coins that turn? I'm surprised by taking, if so, I'm surprised by taking Mining Village over Seer. I mean, I don't think Russ has the draw to Fucanian play, though, without the extra Seer anyway. Right, this is top deck Seer, presumably. And by Pixie, yeah, okay. I'm not sure whose position I like better right now. I think they both have 2 Seers. Lemon has the extra bridge. Russ has the artisan and an extra mining village. know what the pixie count is exactly. 3 pixies in the trash, so 5 pixies out there. So I guess Russ has at most 2. Wisps are really good here. I'm a little surprised C's gift wasn't. Oh, no, oh, never mind. I was thinking of Rivers. Oh, gaining an artisan. Yeah, that makes sense. Cheaper to rebuy the seer. Go like seer mining village, I think, for lemon. Really? You don't want the seer back? That's surprising. All right, so are you taking another seer here? Yep. Russ really needs some more bridges at this point. Obviously another seer would be good too. Yeah, I need more mining villages for the bridges. So like maybe just bridge mining village seer. Yeah. Seems like lemon is thinner. Russ has only trashed. Oh, I guess they've trashed the same amount of copper. Maybe they're not. Maybe they're the same. Level of thinned. Is that a way to say that? Nobody has taken Seize the Day. I will admit I completely overlooked that was here, and that's pretty huge. I guess, I guess even if you're trying to win, you're probably trying to do it on the Seize turn, which means there's not much reason to trash mining villages this turn. Popping that again? I think so. Definitely not taking silvers. I don't think he has to. That Lemon has to commit to trying to win at this point in the turn, one way or another. You can see what pixie boons you get. Didn't get any relevant ones for piling. Clearly discarding a copper here. Probably copper bridge. Yeah. And then if you're going for a pile out, you want off the artisan. You might wait a little bit. Play the seer first. And see whether I mean I can't really see any reason that Lemon wouldn't be able to play another bridge this turn. So that's probably the way to go. Play Wisp. Oh, actually, Lemon can't. I guess what Lemon should do then is top deck Seer. Oh, you can't play all 4 of those. I was going to say top deck seer gaining a mining village because yeah, you want top deck the seer. Yeah, this makes more sense. So he's gonna have enough coins for C's. You can grab the last pixie for free. And then has 1 coin to spend on bridge or mining village. Probably makes more sense to take another mining village. You could take some free. You could take a free fisherman. You could take. Okay, but you have to do that first. You could take free sages. Well, I guess just 1. What would be better, free fisherman or free sage? Not totally sure. Well, sage is probably pretty bad. Probably free fisherman would have been better. I'm pretty sure I would take mining village over bridge. Like, you don't need another you don't need another bridge to be able to, like, in your deck to be able to pile. Like, the artisan is going to be able to gain it. Actually, is that true? Maybe that's not true. Maybe he did need to take a bridge. 8 gains. He's got 4 bridges. That's 5 gains. 6 from artisan. Artisan gains bridge. That's 7. I'm gonna pass on a free artisan. Oh, like after playing the bridge, could have played artisan to gain artisan. Yeah, that would have been better, and could have just top decked the mining village that he gained as well, in addition to the seer. That would have been better for sure. Wisp butterfly. Oh, that's clever. Well, you're gonna have to play at least 1 wisp here. Lemon does have another seer, so it's a little awkward because you have to decide, like, are you gonna play the bridges now? Or are you gonna, do this and gain a seer? I mean, you could also hit Earth's Gift. That would obviously make a huge difference. There it is. I mean, the odds of that happening were, like, reasonably high, I think. Gains a seer. Is that... That seems... pretty wrong. Like, the Wisps are already going to draw all those cards, are they not? I would think you want another bridge. Probably has enough coins regardless, especially once, you play another bridge and you can Wisp butterfly like Warfrat was talking about. But oh, Seer's third pile? Oh, I guess that works. Yeah. I sort of overlooked that. All right. This is too early. You gotta play your bridge first. Play the bridge. You can do it. What? I mean, I guess that works, but it seems unnecessarily complicated. This is... Wait, does this even work? All right, well, this is all very confusing. Top decks a mining village? What is happening? This... Well, okay. I mean, I don't know if Russ's deck is good enough to catapult past this, so Lemon might just win anyway. Russ does have C's to work with, of course. Name's Gift? He definitely Artisan for Seer. You may return this to its pile. Wisp has a pile. Like, you can definitely... I don't know, you should definitely be able to do that. I'm not sure why. I mean, I guess it's possible there's some kind of bug, but... Oh, I missed... Okay, so... Artisan gaining Seer, play Bridge, buy Seas, and that's it? Ugh, rough. Needed to get some more bridges, presumably. But maybe Russ still has the juice. I kind of doubt it, to be honest. I guess you could... No, that doesn't work. I think Russ is just probably O's. Top deck's a goat. Yeah. I think Russ should not have taken the Flames gift there, like, earlier. Needed more coins the previous turn. Like, yeah, you want to be able to have the draw, too, but, like... Well, yeah. So, I guess it turns out Lemon was far enough ahead that it actually didn't matter whether he could execute the pile out or not. Seems hard to imagine him failing to pile here, given that he doesn't need any points. Just take 3 Seers. So that was a weird one. I mean, specifically the way that things ended up playing out with Lemon not being able to find the pilot and then Russ not being able to respond. Lemon did have the better deck, I think, so that was enough. Yeah, a non-supply official fact for Butterfly, a non-supply pile or non-supply card like Horse can return to its pile. Card with no such pile, or card with no pile such as Necropolis fails to return to its pile. Yeah, I mean, I was quite confident of that anyway, but yes, you can Butterfly Wisps. Lemon just did it wrong. Or there's a bug. I guess. It's possible. Meanwhile, what do we have here? We got Peasant again. Sewers with Lookout and Remodel probably means you can just skip Lookout. Just remodel estates and trash coppers when you do it. Remodel copper into Lurker, and trashing another copper isn't even too bad. I mean, it's kind of slow, but Lurker looks relevant, so... Got Peasant Lab and Peasant Remodel. Lemon hasn't actually taken a Trasher yet. Oh wait, took Lookout, never mind. And we are not actually skipping Lookout, which I mean I think is also reasonable. Oh, I guess you can also remodel coppers into peasants for what that's worth. So I wonder for Russ whether it's worth, like, Lurker Peasant is a lot of stop cards, but goes for it. My animations have disappeared. What happened? Okay, now we're getting them again. Oh, this... and there's something going on with this fugitive. Still some work to do on the new version of the client. Goes for the remodel play over the peasant. Trash copper into Lurker. I don't think I like that. I think I would rather have just played the peasant. Into Lurker doesn't reduce stop cards. There was no other copper in hand to trash. Remodel peasant into, I don't know, Snowy or Fishing Village and trash copper might have been better, actually. Or even peasant to peasant, then trash to copper. You still want the peasant in your deck more than those other options? I guess Russ doesn't have a remodel, so trashing estate over copper makes sense. It's in the trash. No actions. No. Oh, I said Russ, but I meant Lemon. Lemon's the one who doesn't have the remodel. Oh, maybe they're doing pre-moves. Maybe that's why some of the stuff at the beginning of the turn is happening so fast. That would make sense. Whoa. Okay, that was a fast resign. I mean, I guess Russ does look pretty ahead, but dang. All right. So Russ with the opportunity to take the match win in this game. And we've got C's again. Goons. The only draw is gaining a card by processing and then reacting with sheepdog. Or transmuting, I suppose. But I don't think that's going to be the way. So I think open here is pretty pretty awkward. You could just go like Ratcatcher Raise. Pirate Ship. Whoa, that is not what I was expecting. Yeah, I don't understand the pirate ship at all. It seems terrible. You can't even proc it into anything. That's one of the problems with the trying to use proc to draw a sheepdog is like, what are you even procking anything into? I guess you can proc rat catchers into sheepdogs and they don't actually get trashed. You've got to then be able to call the rat catcher, but that's something. So I would go further than it doesn't look great to me. It looks terrible to me. Like, it looks absolutely awful. I am very curious to know what the reasoning is. Like, this is a board in which it's going to be very difficult to play multiple terminals, right? And your terminal, like, the most important terminal is clearly goons. Meanwhile, Lemonspawn is trying to do the proc sheepdog thing. I respect it. I guess you can actually, like, the way you get the rat catchers back is you buy extra coppers with goons, and then you call Ratcatcher to trash them. Except when you're getting goons, well, okay, so it's not clear that Russ is gonna play with goons, although you would think he, I mean, I have to imagine he will. But when you're getting goons attacked, the point is that like calling Ratcatcher to trash copper is like really not easy. So yeah, it's all very awkward. Just extremely awkward. Maybe it's better to just play with several goons and some treasures. Though I still don't think that justifies pirate ship. Because you want to play goons and not pirate ship. Proc stud. Yeah, I mean the proc stuff is probably worth doing. It's just hard to actually pull it off. But I mean, here you go. Lemon draws deck plus actions, can play goons, can buy another goons. Although has no rat catchers in the deck to have that happen again next turn. So like this is it's like, how do you keep doing it? Like, I don't know. Maybe you don't buy another goons. Maybe you buy proc rat catcher. I'm not sure. Humble Castle. What? What? Why? I don't. That Humble Castle, I don't understand at all. I think you just play goons and buy rat catcher here. You buy copper? Maybe. You play sheepdog. Apparently not. I think reacting sheepdog would have been better than not, because you know you don't have any rat catchers in your opening hand here if you don't react it. I don't know if I want to proc the sheepdogs. Like, there's only so many of them. Ugh. Oh no. You have to just put the rat catchers on the mat with no proc. Ah. There we go. And then at some point you have like maybe too many sheepdogs, so they end up in your opening hand and you can't like do very much with that. It's just very difficult. I mean, it's still probably the best thing you can do, but you're just buying like rat catcher what? Banquet. Get more coppers to trash. Then you don't get goons points though. Rat catcher sheepdog. Yeah, I was wondering about that too, but right, this is the sort of situation that you're likely to end up in. Does Lemon have 5 rat catchers on the mat? Oh my gosh. It's horrible. By like raise copper? I think I'm buying a copper here. You need to be able to call the rat catchers. I admit I haven't been paying much attention to what Russ is doing. That pirate ship is just too confusing. You don't play the pirate ship? Oh. I guess this game is just going to end on piles, like, relatively quickly. I'm just going to keep buying raises, and then the game will be over. And, like, some relatively small amount of goons points will be sufficient to win. Lemon has a lot of sheepdogs. Like, when he has the opportunity to proc... Although now there's no sheepdogs to proc into, so now the proc doesn't actually activate sheepdog. So awkward. Maybe... Yeah, you can proc sheepdog into proc. Oh, proc is low. I didn't even realize that part. Maybe Lemon can win right now, actually. Oh, never mind. He didn't have another. He didn't like proc. Yeah, he would have needed to proc. Proc. These castle buys are very confusing to me. I think I would have preferred like double raise. Raise gives you more options, even if you don't actually gain anything, it gives you more options for proccing something that gives you plus actions. And that in turn means that you're more likely to be able to play your sheepdogs and draw. Right. I think there's a pretty good chance that we pile here. Okay, well now it's like, is it guaranteed? And proc sheepdog gain procession, but how do you get another procession? Can process the wait, shouldn't Lemon have processed small castle into goons first? If you process small castle into goons, and then you process the sheepdog, you can draw. Oh, maybe you can't. Never mind. You don't have the actions to actually get the. Oh, banquet! Brilliant. Okay. Wow, that was something. All right, well, a 3-3 tie with first player winning every game. So, I guess player order is more important than player skill, is what we've learned today. Well, yeah, there was some bonkers stuff in that match. Like, just not much in the way of straightforward boards. Like, the closest that we had to straightforward was probably the one with Seer and Bridge, because there was like actually draw and stuff. A lot of those kingdoms did not have like a straightforward way to draw cards. I guess the procession one, I think, did, but it also had procession. So, I mean, not procession, possession. The possession one did, but it also had possession. So it was, weird for that. Yes, still mystified by Pirate Ship. Absolutely. I don't know what that was about. Anyway, thanks for watching. And I will have my own match in this coming up at some point. I don't think any of the other matches have been, including mine, have been scheduled. But I'm up against Furcole and Minion Pawn. It will be playing J-Nails. And Sweet John will be playing Wharf Rat. So check those out. And until then.